But I'm doing these things on Jack's Roadhouse, and there's this site down here, my happy hour site on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, like this, you can keep track of my local San Marcos bar. Alrighty, folks. Friday the 13th is coming up. It's coming up. It's like a less than a month away now, and been told I gotta make some videos, get this thing going. So this is gonna be a brief interview. It's gonna be a brief preview to the sequences of. Actually, I'm gonna do a review of all the Friday the 13th, all 6 or 7 of them, the history of that, you know. But I was gonna start out just tonight. I'm just hanging out, drinking some of my Natty Lights. I'm gonna recap. Actually, I wrote down some stuff to chat about. I always seem to forget when I get this camera on. I was going to talk about these 2 pieces that I got from old Stratton Possum. If y'all can see that right there. Check it out. I'm converting them over slowly. And these are based on 2 pieces of mine. If y'all can see. Yeah, you know, me and Red got in this thing. He started telling me some shit. He said, well, if someone was copying you, wouldn't you be so upset? And I go, well, listen, you know. Here's a good example. You know, this would be like someone that might be trying to copy me. Well, he's just doing a stylistic rendition. I like the way this guy draws, and I don't draw like this. So to me, what I start finding interesting about it is I like the cones on these guys' sombreros and the little Jolly Chimps. It's not the way I would do it. Of course, he's got a little dog poop there. Now I'm going to change that to a 2-headed cobra rattlesnake. And it's going to be all smelling this little feel. This is based on a painting I did. But see, it doesn't really matter. You see, it's just part of the whole collaborative orgy of art, you know. And then there's this thing here, you know. Check it out. Black Cat Fire. I'm gonna do. He added the firecrackers here. I'm gonna add all this shit and make it all look good. I want to tell you something, man. I was gonna shoot a whole bunch of. I had a whole big mega bonanza thing for Friday the 13th. But the problem is it's like 104 degrees here. It's like getting hotter and hotter and hotter, you know. And I can't convince any of my crew to help me out here and help me make videos. So this September, it was gonna be kind of lame. I ended up asking this one person to help introduce the videos. She's a new lady, up and coming, you know. She's not really an artist type, but sometimes it's good to get someone from the public. But as you will see in the review of the Friday the 13th stuff and some discoveries I found, you know, some videos have been pulled. So I'm gonna like bring up all the videos. I'm gonna talk about all the pieces of what they mean. It's gonna be like an introduction video to Friday the 13th, what it's supposed to mean. It's been like what, over a year and 12 months. I think even Jefferson Rowe's gonna make some pieces, you know. I don't know if Red's gonna do anything. I think Stratton Possum is gonna do some stuff. But yeah, to be honest with you, no matter how much people are enthusiastic to make things, you know, they just might not have the heart to do it. Because Friday the 13th isn't a positive thing. It's not a feel-good thing. It's a drama. It's a serious drama. And some people cannot check into that kind of drama, you know. I can, actually. Okay. It's like this. These are my 2 pieces I'm also coming up with. That one, this one here. I'm still just work on this, guys. But I like it. Just sort of fits into the whole genre, you know. That's what I like. That's what I like, guys. The whole genre. Had to get another Natty Light. Okay, back to this topic. Well, I wrote this down actually. What I realized, okay, earlier this afternoon, I had these photos. I've been holding these photos for shit since '92. So a collection of photos, and a long time ago. So I used to live on these apartment complexes over on North LBJ in San Marcos. And these 3 girls, they're like 17, 18 years old, moved in catty corner to me from these apartment complex I was at. And they were from like New Braunfels, and they were like saying, there's like these party chicks that said fuck their parents, and they all had jobs, you know, because they were in high school, and they told their parents to take a hike, and they actually left high school and came here. A couple of them entered college, and they started over, but they were like 17, 18 years old. But they were party like motherfuckers, And so these ladies showed up there. So, and some of them became actually known people, but I took all these photos, this handful of these photos. One night they were partying with these characters, and they were all kind of racy, and so I remember taking these photographs, and keeping them. I've held on for years. I ended up giving back all these collection of photographs to somebody, to one of the ladies that was there. But when I found these photos, and I was looking at these photos, a couple days ago. This is what I wrote about. I said, I think my fear of losing my memory. So it's like fear of losing my memory. But what I found out is that my memory is regained whenever there's hot chicks around. I started realizing that, how much porn has been intervening and women have been involved in my life. My history isn't dated on me. I don't own my own history. My history is really dated by these ladies I've been involved with. That's my history, and I remember everything based on them. Whenever there's like hot chicks and weird sexual scenarios based, man, my memory it's like photographic at that point. My own personal self don't really exist, but whenever there's hot chicks or whatever these weird sexy scenarios, so that's how I started realizing that photographs. Like I remember everything about those little photographs. They're all kind of weird, It's basically just three chicks. They were getting totally trashed in this apartment. They didn't know who I was, and I was sitting there taking photos. I couldn't believe I was taking photographs of them. This is back before they had digital. This is back when they actually had to develop them, on cameras. And so everything was recorded. You had to go process them, And so basically, I had these photos. I actually made about 3 or 4 paintings based on them, Sketched them out. Because they were just some good poses, But I remember who they were and what they were about and what the situation was, and that date, and I started thinking of what I was doing at the time, And I just thought that was so weird, So then I started thinking, well, that's just like my history, what I want to think about timeline. If you think about this, can any of you guys out there or girls, if you had to say to yourself, what were you doing March the 27th, 1987? You say, what were you doing that day? That's a challenge, In your own memory, start thinking like, what was I doing back in those days? March the 27th. Well, what the fuck was I doing? March the 27th, 87. Well, fuck, I was a junior in high school. March, that was spring. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have a girlfriend, so that's a problem. So there's no real history.